I'm Susanna Lawson. I'm co-founder and CEO of OneFile. We're an edtech company based up in Manchester, and I'm also the Forward Ladies HSBC Business of the Woman of the Year for the next 90 minutes or so. And I'm here to pass on the award baton to the next worthy winner. A quick explanation, because sometimes I get through a talk. I've been asked to do lots of speaking this year on the back of winning the award. And I get to the end and people go, but what is it you actually do? What is your business? So I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an idea of what my actual business is. So OneFile is a cloud-based solution, and it works for vocational training. So the majority of our business is apprenticeships. So I don't know if many people in the room have heard of apprenticeships. Woo! So we upload the assessment and the apprenticeship criteria into our database, and then we sell the solution to colleges, training providers, and employers that deliver vocational training in apprenticeships. And it means that they can be more cost effective. So we're finding impacts of about 81% cost savings by delivering it using OneFile than on paper, and also time savings. We're getting people saying it's saving about 50% time. Now, what's more important to us at OneFile is the impact that we're having on the end user and the apprentice. So we've also had verbal discussions with learners where they've said that they've done a level 2 on OneFile, and because it was so easy, having done it on paper before where they'd been put off education, because it was so easy, they asked to go on to do their level 3. And then I spoke to someone who had just recently been accepted at Salford University to a degree in social work. So our vision at OneFile is to get people addicted to learning, and our mission is to shape the futures of 1 million people by 2020, which we're incredibly proud of, and that's what we work towards. So thank you very much. Thank you. So as I explained, our customers include further education colleges, private training providers, and also employers that deliver their own vocational apprenticeships. So that includes people like Harvey Nichols, Thomas Cook. A third of the UK's police force use OneFile, Health Education England, NHS. We started as a 2-person back bedroom business in our home in Burnage. We're now 80 plus strong, and we've just, in the last few weeks, registered our 1,000th user on the system, which I'm incredibly proud of. Thank you. So the last 18 months, actually, has been absolutely incredible. So it started with being awarded a Queen's Award for Innovation. I won the Forward Ladies HSBC Digital Leader in Manchester. I then went on to become the overall Businesswoman of the Year in this very room, and it brought back a lot of memories coming back here today. In January this year, we won Greater Manchester Business of the Year, and just a couple of weeks ago, we won the UK EdTech Business of the Year. And just to win one of those would have been an absolute dream come true, but to win all of them has just been absolutely amazing. I just want to talk a little bit about the Forward Ladies Network, which has completely revolutionised my network in the last year. I've had incredible experiences and talked to so many of the members. So through the Forward Ladies, I've worked with HSBC in June at the International Business Festival in Liverpool, where we supported Jen and the team to deliver a day to help young people learn about entrepreneurship. I was asked to chair the celebration of Women in Apprenticeships conference in July. I actually got the hashtag trending in Coventry, which I was incredibly proud of. One of my greatest moments. I met a lady at the Forward Ladies meeting, which is the first Wednesday of every month, a little plug there for anyone in North West, in Manchester. And the topic that we were talking about there was our challenges that we were having. And at the end of the session, a lady came up to me and she approached me and said, oh, you know, let's have a little more chat about your challenge. I might have some experience in that. We met up for coffee, we went for lunch, we had another lunch, she met my board, and she now actually works as my people director within OneFile. And I would never have met her had it not been for the Forward Ladies Network, and she is revolutionising our learning and development within our own organisation. I was actually also approached by Channel 4, who found me on the Forward Ladies website, to appear in a documentary about entrepreneurs going into high schools undercover. It was going to be my absolute worst nightmare, to be honest, to be on the telly and going back to high school. But I didn't actually end up getting selected, but apparently it's going to come out in the new year, so look out for that and think who could have been on there when you see that coming. And then even my dress today has been designed by a Forward Lady company. I met them at the Manchester Awards. They're a company called Karoo. And I just need to point this out. There is actually a zip here. So you can unzip that and you can put a different skirt and a different top on. Amazing. Oh, they'll love that. They'll love the clap. It's genius. But I'll be wearing this top with a different skirt next year. Don't you worry. Okay. So, having been part of the network for just over a year, I've met so many talented and wonderful businesswomen. And having had the honour of speaking to so many of you, the same topic comes up over and over again, and it's an issue about our confidence, women's confidence. Lack of confidence, imposter syndrome, not being good enough to be in the room, not being good enough to be in that job role. I'd like to introduce you to my daughter, Saren. She should come up. There she is. Bless her. So she turned 5 yesterday. That was taken a couple of months ago in Cyprus. She absolutely adores Wonder Woman, and hence the swimming costume, and hence the pose. And there's been a lot of talk this year about you can't be what you can't see. How can women be in the boardroom? How can they be CEOs? How can they be leaders if they don't see other women being in that position? Now, if there wasn't a female superwoman, or Wonder Woman, who would she aspire to be? Who would she want to emulate? A couple of months ago, when she was 4, she was doing a drawing on our kitchen table. I sat down with her and I looked at it and I said, "That picture's amazing, Saren." And she looked up at me and do you know what she said? She went, "I know." And she looked at me, I know it's great. But her absolute belief in her ability and her confidence in herself made me think, when did I lose that? When did we lose that? And sadly, when will she lose that? Because I would never want her to lose that confidence. If we can now move on to, there's a picture of my mum. That's the real star. Hi, Mum. She's here again. I think they only invited me so she would come along. So last year when I came into this very room, I was sat at the back near the toilet, so anyone sat at the back, just because you're there doesn't mean you're not going to win. And I arrived up for Digital Business of the Year, and I would have been over the moon just to win that award. I didn't think I'd win. Typically, I was very nervous, very excited, as many as you will be in the room now. I didn't think I was worthy, and luckily for me, it was the first award of the afternoon, so I was able to get it out the way and then have a few wines after that. So when I won, I was so chuffed, and my mum, she'd been very, very poorly for 18 months, and to have her here with me was just amazing. And I knew that there was an overall winner at the end of the day, but there wasn't a cat in hell's chance I was going to win that, and I'd already earmarked another winner, another finalist who I thought, her business, she's definitely going to win this. So I was just relaxing, enjoying the afternoon. So all the category awards were finished, and Jen came up to the stage and she started talking about the overall winner. And she described this woman, that the judges had been wowed by her passion, her drive, her innovation. And I remember turning to my mum and I went, "God, she sounds amazing." And my mum turned to me and she looked me straight in the eye and she went, "It's you, they're talking about you." And I think I went, swear word, but I'll say chuff off. Or well, we're in North, I can say chuff. But it was just, so it was just that belief in me that she knew, she believed in her daughter that much. And it sort of goes back to what Fiona was saying earlier on as well. And then when my name was announced by Jen, I realised that all those words that they'd been describing, words that I would have described everybody else in the room but myself, was actually directed at me. And that was an absolutely incredible, and I'd like to thank Forward Ladies and HSBC for their ongoing belief during this year and for supporting me in so many projects that I'm doing. And that's what's so incredible about the Forward Ladies Network. We build each other up. There's so many people in this world that will knock us down and hope that we fail, and we're happy and we're proud about each other's achievements. Here in this network, it is completely opposite. And what's important is you understand with me what's going up there, but you also understand what's going on in there as well. So what I want to hear, what my ask from you today, because obviously doing a pitch, my ask of you, is the next time somebody looks at you and they tell you that you were amazing, I want to take yourself back to that 4-year-old girl, and I want you to look them in the eye and say, "I know."